Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Oh my goodness, I did not realize how busy this week was going to be because it is only Tuesday and we have like 6 releases to check out today. So, oh my goodness. But today, these STAYC girls are back. STAYC girls, it's going down. Last This will be the first Korean release we check out for them. We checked out Poppy when it dropped last year, and that was an interesting time. That was an interesting song. I still don't know how I feel about that song after all this time, but as besides the point, we have a new song on a single titled Teddy Bear. What is this going to sound like? I have no idea. If you're new around here, I don't listen to any audio spoilers before the release drops, so this is going to be completely fresh for me. But it's a Black Eyed Pilsen song, so I'm sure there's going to be some BEP magic sprinkled in there. So, unfortunately, even though we're on like the official STAYC channel, there aren't subs yet. Very interesting. High up. You usually get subtitles pretty early, but two things to know. One, I noticed on like a recent update after OBS updated a couple of days ago that whenever I'm like snapping along to a song, there's a strange delay. Like there's like a half a second delay between the actual like audio coming in and the song that's or whatever's playing being recorded. So I've gone and fixed that. Two, today's the first day in about a week we haven't gotten rain, so I have the window open to like air out the flat, but there's also construction going on across the way, so if you hear construction noises, apologies. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump into some STAYC one time. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
STAYC girls, it's going down.
Why did I start remind me of shouting in a couple of those shots there? This is a surprisingly bright song. Wow. This is so happy. Oh my goodness. I love that like synth and like unison part. Rapper Sue? Interesting they decided to like really go heavy on the auto-tune on Jay's verse there. Oh, we're back on a bus. Oh my god, this is the aesthetic, like the like cartoon, like overly cartoony aesthetic for the MV in certain scenes, and this sound is such a combination, such a perfect combination. The synth part. I love that. I love this post-chorus. Ice's voice is so good on the bridge. Like I fell in love with her voice during Stereotype. It has not changed. Hey, call back to the older eras in the back there. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh! Of course, Executive PD, Black Eyed Pill song. Oh, man. Okay. Let's talk. This was tremendously fun to listen to. And like, here's the thing about STAYC is they hit the ground running with their debut in 2020 with what was it? It was So Bad, ASAP, Stereotype. I forget what the order was now. But STAYC debuted with heat and have produced heat ever since. Like, Run to You was a little bit different, Beautiful Monster was a little bit different, Stereotype was a little bit different. Every single release they've done in terms of like Korean title tracks has been different. But every single one of them, for me at least, I'm not saying this was for everyone, but for me, every single one of them have been a hit off the get-go. This is no different. What's different about this song is that with like Run to You and Beautiful Monster, they were going with a little bit more like, I don't want to say mature, but like more sophisticated tone. The Teddy Bear is kind of going a callback of like the more useful like STAYC sound. It kind of reminds me of like what the reverse of Weekly did with Vampire following Holiday Party. Like Holiday Party was still had a little bit of that like useful energy to it, but it was a little bit more refined and sophisticated, and all of a sudden they completely flipped the script with Vampara. What I was excuse me. What I was expecting coming out of Beautiful Monster last year was that like, I wonder where they're gonna run with this. If they're gonna go with like, they're gonna spread out the vocal range a little bit more, they're gonna go with a little bit more sophisticated sound. But no, they turned the clock back and went with a really useful sound, and I love that for them. And it's just, it's pure serotonin in music form. The hook is extremely addictive. Da 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 da, Daddy Bear. The MV is extremely satisfying to the eye. There isn't too much going on. I love the little cartoony, like hand drawn in elements. Like, let's see if I can find it. It's like, it's like overly like bright, heavy on the color contrasts. The cartoony, almost like, what is it, Powerpuff Girls type aesthetic on the drawn in like animated sequences. The MV is super bright. It feels like it was recorded at a slower pace and then sped up to like 110% because it feels just a little bit quicker than is normal. And this chorus is, the key it's written in, the melody that's being played on the top line, the synths and the percussion underneath it is just so happy. And this post-chorus, I think what's interesting about this MV is, we will get to you in a minute, ma'am, but what's interesting about this MV is I feel like we didn't get a lot of scenes where the members were singing on camera. There was like a lot of stuff going on screen that wasn't the members singing, more than usual, I feel like. And I think that's very interesting. It's a very interesting direction they've gone with this. Also makes it a little bit harder to pick out who's who because I don't quite know their voices yet. But move on to the second verse one time. Miss Yoon, what are you doing, ma'am? Like, I was not expecting Yoon with the high tones from Beautiful Monster to come out rapping on their next title track. Like, this is interesting to me. For me, Jay's voice in pretty much any STAYC song is super memorable because of just how low it is. Like, I remember when she came out on So Bad on her verse and just thinking like, oh man, her voice is something special. And I still think that I love her low tone, especially when she sings in that low tone. I think it's so cool. I don't understand why. Oh, I scratch that. I do understand why the idea of auto tuning her voice made it into the final cut because it kind of fits with this whole kind of like digital techno, almost like video game like aesthetic that the song has. But they're masking Jay's really pretty voice. And I kind of wish they didn't go so heavy on the auto tune. While I understand it, I wish they had it, if that makes sense. But oh, this song is. Hey, I was I was in the laundry room. I'm being productive today. I'm doing a lot of cleaning around the flat, but I was in the laundry room about 20 minutes ago before this, and I was waiting for a machine to open. So I was browsing through Reddit and I saw the post on this, and I saw people saying that this isn't the direction that people thought STAYC were going to go. I think was a general consensus, and that's perfectly fine. You know, to each their own. Everyone has their own opinion, and I, for one, am more than welcome to that. In fact, I would rather have people disagree with my opinion and state why they think some way towards a certain thing compared to how I feel about it. I think that's great. It opens up for an avenue of conversation, and that is tremendously helpful within a human society, which doesn't really happen on social media, but that's besides the point. I was slightly nervous about this. I didn't know what it was going to sound like. I had kind of like an inkling of maybe like a guess of what this might be. Nah, it didn't matter. This was great. This was cute. This was energetic. And this is exactly what I needed to start off my morning today. And it's a single, and I'm pretty sure the only single is the Korean version of Poppy, which I'm slightly saddened by because I was hoping we'd get some B-sides, but we can't be happy about everything, right? But that's it for me today. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy and want to see more, channel icon is up there. You can find the back catalog of stuff I watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you want to watch another video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye-bye.